Hospitality Association for the East Coast Federated. Brett, good morning to you and welcome to the show.
Very good morning to you too.
Yes, Brett, I see the tourism sector obviously a bit more relaxed as far as the COVID-19 regulations are having been eased. And we are now starting to learn that an aggressive campaign could be on the go to try and boost tourism in the region.
That is correct. We have approached TKZN and municipalities that they increase their tourism marketing spend to try and alleviate some of the economic crisis that the tourism industry and as well the entire country and KZN find themselves in.
Yes. Now, obviously we've seen what has happened in December, and we are now heading towards Easter. And normally at this time of the year, a lot of people make their way to the coast, to KwaZulu-Natal, to both the south coast, the north coast as well. And I know that many are hopeful that this Easter will provide some sort of a boost as far as tourism in the short term goes, Brett.
Yes, in the short term, we are looking forward to it. We need it. You have to understand that most of coastal KZN, and most of the commercial accommodation in February was trading as low as 10% occupancy for the month of January, which is absolutely disastrous. You're not even covering any kind of costings there. Now, February, most of the places are reporting occupancies are around about 30%, which again, it's absolutely horrendous numbers. Nobody can even cover costs at 30%. The biggest impact is on the commercial accommodation. Your business travels. That market has just not seen any rebound. At least now that with the beaches reopened, and the alcohol sales back on, we have seen a good rebound on the leisure market. But yes, how much longer can the tourism sector hold up? That is the question, which is now basically on the forefront.
Yes, and I suppose a lot obviously depends in terms of where we are as far as this pandemic is concerned. Now we know what it impacted negatively in December was that variant that came through just before the peak of the holiday season, and this is where we had this huge problem, and then they had to take drastic measures. The alcohol ban came in again, and the like as well, and. Now we are hearing certain rumblings as well, talking about a third wave or possibly a fourth wave right across around June. And that is going to be before another peak period, which is Easter. So are you hopeful that you will see a lot more people coming through to KwaZulu-Natal, the South Coast, the North Coast over Easter?
Yes, at this stage, we are seeing positive bookings for the March and April long weekend and holiday periods, which is a extremely good thing. The rider on that is do we have another lockdown or not? Quite honestly, if we do have any kind of restrictions over that period, you can basically write the tourism industry off as a playing sector in South Africa anymore. From the listed groups down to the small independent properties, everybody is taking huge financial strain. A lot of companies which are slowly starting to get a bit of the insurance payouts for the business interruption, but many are still not. Many didn't have that insurance. And if I look now, even as we are now, companies are still, there's a large amount of retrenchments that are here coming through. There's also businesses that are temporarily even closing over this period. That they just don't have the occupancy to even keep their doors open.
Yes. Now, just I know obviously you've called for an aggressive campaign. Just how aggressive, or what do we mean by an aggressive campaign, Brett?
Well, you have to understand that basically our international tourists, which we're quite dependent on, are non-existent with the current restrictions. And even once the restrictions are lifted, it's going to take several months before we see any noticeable numbers in foreign arrivals. So at this stage, the entire South African tourism industry relies on the domestic tourist market. We need the tourism authorities to go out there and push the local tourism, what would you say, holidaymaker, to go out there and enjoy what we have out there. There's some beautiful properties all over the country in KZN that are just waiting to be visited. And any stay at a resort now or B&B or hotel is going to save jobs. It's going to save businesses. And we need the tourism marketing organizations to put that out there. We need the South Africa to support us at this stage.
Yes, I see we've got a comment that's come through on Facebook from Laura Emmanuel, who's saying that who is getting it? Tourism needs help. What will happen when they collapse? Will tourists ever come again if there aren't any buses and tourist guides? Keep businesses going. They did nothing to deserve this. I would suggest some people take less salaries and get to feel what it feels like when you've built up a business. Now, this obviously is a sentiment that is right across the board, and I'm sure in the tourism sector, Brett, full of these type of sentiments as well. But let's hope that sanity prevails, and more importantly, the right decisions are made in the interest, as you mentioned, of saving jobs, in the interest of keeping the industry going, and more importantly, in the interest of the economy as well. But for now, Brett, thank you very much for that, for your time with us here on News and Views on Salam Media. We wish you all the best.
Pleasure. Good day.
Brett Tungay, Regional Chairperson of FEDASA, joining us this morning with regards to KwaZulu-Natal and tourism. And with that, I'm going to be signing off, and we'll